welcome to Cook with Divya. If you're new here, my name is Divya and I make cooking and baking videos in English and Tamil. Do check out Cook with Divya Tamil. In this video, we will be making 3 different kinds of rich, smooth and shiny chocolate sauces. Let's get started. Starting with my most favorite sauce, the dark chocolate sauce. Adding in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I'm using the unsweetened Dutch process ones. You can use any cocoa powder of your choice. If you like really sweet ones, then use a sweetened powder. And the brands doesn't matter, it's really subjective. Adding in 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. You can use any sugar of your choice. If you want really dark chocolate syrup, go ahead and use brown sugar. And you can also use icing sugar if you wish for a creamy texture. Half a cup of water. Give it a nice stir. This is more of a thin sauce. If you want thick sauce, you can also add icing sugar like I told you, because that's got a tad bit of corn flour in it. At this stage, when the syrup is boiling literally, comes to a rolling boil, add 1 tablespoon of salted butter. You can also use the unsalted ones, but I'm using salted ones because it kind of enhances the flavor profile of the syrup. And after the butter is added, you can see how smooth and shiny it is. So our dark chocolate sauce is coming up very well. The texture is a bit thin, so I'm boiling it for another 2 minutes just to make it a bit thick. Not too thick because you might just end up with a burnt flavor. The sauce is almost ready. I'm just trying to check if the grainy texture of the cocoa powder is still there, because we need a very smooth sauce. That's it. Our beautiful dark chocolate sauce is ready. Look at the texture. It's super smooth, creamy and shiny. This is exactly what we're looking for. And this chocolate sauce is better than any store-bought version. And yeah, this chocolate sauce can be stored in the refrigerator for around 2 weeks. Let's jump into the next recipe. Now comes a simple and humble homemade milk chocolate sauce. This sauce does not require any cream or any cocoa powder, and there is a surprise ingredient. An ingredient that is so simple, available at every home, almost every home. And yes, our very own dairy milk. Into a saucepan, add half a cup of milk and broken chocolates. Dairy milk or any milk chocolate of your choice can be taken, just break them into pieces. Since dairy milk or your regular chocolate is not specifically formulated for cooking, they would be a bit more sticky. So use a spatula or a whisk to break them down. So I'm kind of breaking it down really well. It's kind of sticky, so I'm scraping every side of the pan. So this takes about a minute. Using a silicone spatula, I'm scraping the sides. Now let the sauce simmer for some time. It takes about 2 minutes for the sauce to come to a rolling boil. And at this stage, we're going to add about half a spoon of butter and give it a nice stir. Keep stirring for a minute. And there you go, our rich and decadent and super silky and velvety milk chocolate sauce is ready. It's super ready. Just store it in the fridge for around a week. Now comes our third sauce, the yummiest of all sauces, our very own white chocolate sauce. Into a pan, I'm adding in around half a can of condensed milk. And warm it a bit. Condensed milk has a tendency of becoming sticky and gooey, so just stir it nicely. Often get confused between condensed milk and evaporated milk since both cans look almost identical. Now the major difference that sets them apart is the sugar content. Sweetened condensed milk, as the name implies, is always sweetened, while evaporated milk is always unsweetened. Now the differences are very small, but they can have a huge impact on your recipe. In about a minute, the condensed milk kind of loosens up. We're not trying to boil it here, just warm it slightly and adding in 2 tablespoons of milk, along with half a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Adding in half a tablespoon of butter. Butter gives a very smooth and a shiny, polished look to all your sauce recipes. It's optional for this recipe, but I highly advise it. So give it a nice stir, scraping the sides. Keep stirring very well for about a minute until you see small bubbles on the surface of the sauce. You want the sauce to coat the back of your spoon. That's very important. And I'm also making sure that the sauce doesn't solidify. I think we've reached the right consistency here. There you go, guys. Our beautiful silky white chocolate sauce is ready. Use these sauces for dipping your brownies and fruits. They're great for a swirl on your coffee, cake, or an ice cream. I hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, give me a thumbs up. I will be posting more such delicious recipes. So yeah, subscribe and click the bell button. I will see you soon with another awesome recipe. Until then, stay healthy. Bye-bye.